Dip into the world of chaos magic and see what's going on in your universe using the charms. All right, let's clean these up a bit. Okay, we've got it cleaned up and we have definitely a narrative going, and I absolutely love this. This is my first time using this mat, so I'm super excited. So this cat energy here is like a juggling energy, because you can see she's like focused and she's like throwing up a star here and like kind of like performing and focused on this fire. So this section to me is like a focus energy and possibly a juggling energy. And when I look here, I see the little turnip lady from Animal Crossing, and she was always super busy on her Sundays, like there all day walking around the whole place selling her turnips. So we could have been really like focusing on work right now and maybe juggling it a bit, because I also see like food and nutrition here. So maybe not eating enough and not like providing our body with enough nutrition for all the work that we're doing. She always was like sick too, so I think you can see like she has a little nose drool going. So yeah, I think it's like we were in this energy of working and not nourishing our body possibly since December. So that would be like quite a while now, but I can definitely relate to that. And then we could have also been focusing on like a romantic energy or like a fantasy or like a goal that we had, because like the little cat here is like looking at the stars on the branch. And then also there's this like need for sleep. So we were either maybe getting too much sleep or not enough. I'm getting the sense of maybe not enough, not resting or not knowing when we need to rest. And then when I go over here to this energy, this is like a kind of watchful on guard energy, because you can see like her back's up and her tail is up, and that's like I'm uncomfortable, like I'm on guard position. And it's so funny the pins that came out here. So we have Winnie the Pooh, and he landed like right outside of her too. So it's like this really like innocent, naive kind of energy. But the fact that we got from Invader Zim, we got Zim and the sister, I think her name was like Dib or something, or I can't remember her name, but the sister, and she also really did not like Zim along with her brother, and she was like really outward and forward with it, and she could tell everything that was going on with him. And it's funny because her hair is purple, so it's like she like purple is psychic energy. So maybe you were seeing through like an enemy or even a frenemy kind of energy, someone who didn't have good energy, green with envy possibly. And Zim too is like very like vengeful, like, and also very controlling. He wants to like take over like the world, even though like the planet he's from, he's like, they really don't even care about him. They find him insignificant. It's probably why he has that complex. But she is like very like calm, and she just kind of like minds her own business. So two very opposing energies going on here. So I'm thinking that this energy kind of relates more to like maybe you came off looking naive, but you're really more like her from Zim. And she's also like super goth and like emo. So I kind of like that. And then we have the world here. And that's like basically something new coming in, like turning a chapter, like turning the wheel of the world. So like something new coming in. And then the moon is like something unknown, something hidden, and it could be something related to mysticism as well. And then when we go up here, we have this energy, which is like looking behind the back, but it's also like this really like kind of funny pose. So it's like, oh, you know, I'm performing over here with these little stars that I'm throwing up, but I'm also keeping an eye on things even though I'm performing. So that's what this section represents to me. So we have Virgo that fell out here. So that could be keeping a watchful eye by using and going into our, like our logic and our more like analytical thinking. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So being like maybe more silent and more watchful, and really like kind of taking careful steps in a situation. And speaking of careful steps, the key here, and keys are related to Hecate, and Hecate is like the mother of like all witches. So you could have been using like a kind of psychic discernment or any kind of like divination tools to try and see through a situation, to take careful steps so that you wouldn't fall into like this kind of negative energy, because Zim also had so many plans against her brother, so there was a lot going on there. So using that discernment and the help of Hecate. And then I see that this is something that could have been going over time because we have the Big Ben here. And so when I see these two charms, I get that like, even though we have like some protection because this is like a really thick coat, and we may even come off to people as like maybe having more money than we might have. I'm thinking like maybe Leo energy. This is like a very fancy coat. But when it comes down to communicating, I see it as being a lot more bare, like this bikini, because it's like you just tell it like it is. And that can sometimes rub people the wrong way, but it's definitely better to be honest, I think. So when I see this watch why, I see this group, and this is like from Hamilton, but in Hamilton, even though this is like a friend group that's like singing about, you know, cheers to freedom, one of the friends does end up becoming like a Judas energy. So maybe keeping a watchful eye on that, and also keeping an eye on your health, because this is like a stethoscope, and I'm getting this like, you know, need for nutrition, maybe being sick, maybe need for rest. So keeping an eye on your health, maybe going to the doctor if you need to. And then we have this playful energy over here. And I love the charms that came out over here, so fitting. So this energy, this block to me is like, look at this cat, so playful, eyes closed. So not worried about the situation, stars going around everywhere, just throwing them up. You know, without like a care. So this energy is like our playful energy, kind of like our inner child energy. So this pink star came up. So like when I see a star, it's like being seen, like star energy, and pink is like a very soft feminine energy. Like that's what kind of the relation I'm getting. So like being maybe in our like feminine energy and being seen for that, like that softness. And then we have this creative cup with like all the little pens and things like that. So maybe we need to tap into our creativity again, and that can really help us tap into this like playful energy. And then this cat on the branch, because it's blue, relates to communication. So maybe like communicating and talking about creativity, maybe online, and like being seen and sharing some of the things that we've like learned through our studies and stuff. So maybe this is indicating it's time to tap into that inner child and be seen with that. And then finally here we have this fire energy. So this is like the inner flame, the Vesta home hearth energy, like what's going on really deep internally to me. So we have this little chick here, this little baby chick, and I think it's like we have a fire, engaged fire now to protect our inner child, which is like the little chicken here. So like our fire is now ignited, and we also have this dragon energy. So, and it's funny because I've been seeing a lot of things about dragons lately. So maybe there is like a dragon energy that's around you. And, you know, people talk about connecting with dragons and stuff. I don't have experience with that, but I would absolutely love to because I love dragons. And then it's funny because we have Azula here too, and her brother in Avatar actually worked with the dragons. So that's an interesting parallel. But Azula here to me is like that same enemy energy lurking around, just like that, because she was Zuko's sister, but she really was like kind of unhinged a bit. So the fact that it's like outside of the flame is like we need to kind of watch out for that again. But like you see this one at the top of flame, this is my Melody. She's so cute, and she's in this little pink flower. So it's like keeping our innocent energies through all of this. Like we have our protection, we're protecting our inner child, we have our, you know, we're keeping an eye on things. And so I think we're going to be okay through this. And then I see this bus, and I have been getting this like message of possible travel coming up, and it's like outside the flame as well. So, and it's like right under the moons, which is like the unknown, the things we don't see. So there could be travel coming up for you, maybe with people too, because this is like one of those like fun vans, like a Volkswagen. So maybe it's travel for like vacation, especially because summer's coming up. So yeah, this is the charm reading. I hope you enjoyed.